Albert Awol, the voice of the jungle, broadcasting on the DVC to all points unknown. If you're within the sound of my voice, you're listening to Welcome Home Podcast on the DVC.
Hello, and welcome to the Waitlist. Those that don't know, we haven't done a waitlist in a while, guys, I feel like. Right?
It's been a minute.
Yeah. So the waitlist
We haven't done a good waitlist in a long time.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
And so for those that don't know, the waitlist is just a kind of it's a topic-based show where we kind of do like, I don't know, crazy questions. I feel like we don't do the normal topic-based show where we like, you know, what's the best time to go? You know, yeah,
I guess, it's more theoretical and like what if kind of stuff, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think a lot of people know that the reason why we're doing this one is that both Trevor and I are going to be away on vacation over the next couple of weeks here. So this is our way to still give you some content while we're gone. So we thought a lot about some different topics for this one, and the one we're going to do is the question of what if Disney lets you stay inside a park overnight as a DVC experience, which I think is an interesting question. I mean, first of all, the question would be, are they going to it's a DVC experience, right? So it's going to cost points, I guess?
Or it would be like a Moonlight Magic type thing. Like, you know.
No, I feel like points.
You think
like,
it would have
Disney's
to be
always looking for, because Disney's always looking for a way to burn points. And as they continue to open, 8,000 DVC hotels, they need ways to kind of burn up points.
Instead of using them at the hotels.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Like a once a year park night experience or something.
Once every 5 years. I don't think you could do it once every year.
Really?
I feel like it'd have to be a pretty exclusive experience, though, too, right? Like it wouldn't be like Moonlight Magic level of people, right? Wouldn't you think it would be like a small amount of people, or no?
Again, I think it depends on the amount of points people are willing to spend, and also like they need a certain amount of people to justify the cost of it too.
Wait, what are we even doing? I mean, are there rides? Is there food, or is there just nothing? Like in my head, it's nothing. You're just hanging out in the park. Like
you're just hanging out.
There's no food. There's no nothing.
I was thinking like how they did the 24-hour thing, like years ago.
Yeah,
would you not want that, Damon?
I mean, no.
Okay.
I was under the impression we were just talking about spending a night in the park, like where you just kind of hang out.
I mean, you could do that, I remember when I was a kid, and I don't know if they even still do this or not, but I was in Boy Scouts when I was a kid, and we did a thing where we, stayed overnight at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. You just brought your sleeping bag, and we just like slept overnight in one of the exhibits, basically. But we didn't like get to do anything.
Thinking.
That's okay. Yeah. All right. So then let's explore that for a second, and let's say. Are we giving free reign to a whole park, or are we saying that it's an experience like you're staying in a particular land,
like a land
area?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say they're going to have to quarantine it to a land, I feel like.
Yeah.
So let's just say you get to pick your land in a park. And here's the other question. Is it just you, or is it like a group full of goons?
Well, I would assume it's a group. But unless you pay like a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're doing it like a plaid kind of thing, right? Where you're doing like the private thing where you have just your group is in there, but that would be a ton of points, like you said, Trevor. Like you can't do something that exclusive and not have it be like a lot of points, right?
But like they don't need to really do anything for you, right?
I mean, I would say my stipulations for doing something like this is that you're given access to a land. I say that there should be at least not necessarily like a full quick service open, but there should be like somewhere where you can get food or
at least snacks.
Yeah, sure. Snacks or something, right? So there should be, at least that, and then leave the lights on in the land kind of thing.
The lights on in the land. But like who's cooking for you? Like you're just saying like a spot where you can grab some food, like a lounge. Like you're not going to have like people cooking. You're not going to have cooks all overnight, right?
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, I'm thinking more like sandwiches and, bags of chips kind of thing,
Yeah, nothing like not like a fancy meal or anything, but yeah, like I say quick service because quick service has a lot of like.
What if it came with a fancy meal though?
Oh, so have like a meal beforehand somewhere, and then you go.
No, during like they just keep one restaurant open a little bit later for you in the land.
Okay, so all right, so then
I
think we have some rules established. I think,
but the question is how many goons are with you, right? Like, is it just your family? Is it 10? Is it 100 people?
I like you're just calling them goons. Jimmy.
Yeah,
well, because they're people that I probably don't want there, right?
How many other unknown factors are there?
I mean, like randos. Okay,
it's going to be randos. That's the thing. Like, how many people are there?
I do want to mention really quick before we keep talking about this, they actually did this one time. And I don't know if you guys remember us.
The Haunted Mansion thing?
No, they did this in Pandora years. I think it was, I'm just trying to find it on the internet, but I found one article from 2018. It was like a contest thing, and they had somebody do some glamping. They had like two people basically get to sleep in a fancy tent in Pandora overnight.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Okay. See, I keep gravitating towards Adventureland, but Pandora would be cool too.
Star Wars Land, I feel like maybe.
Yeah, it'd be
World Showcase.
World Showcase would be cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
What if you did Star Wars Land and like stormtroopers come and wake you up at like 3:00 in the morning and like?
No, you're not waking me up at 3:00 in the morning.
And, like shuttle you off somewhere.
Yeah.
I think that Star Wars Land would be the easiest, to be honest with you.
You think so?
Because you have an entrance exit, right? Yeah. Like that can be blocked. Well, I mean, they can't be blocked off, but right, you have an entrance exit. It's kind of way more self-contained than some other spots, right? Because you truly have like a tunnel entrance exit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more to look at. It feels kind of cooler. I don't know. I mean, I'm sleeping outside the Millennium Falcon, or am I sleeping inside the Millennium Falcon?
No, I don't know that there's
in the queue for Smuggler's Run, or like in in like the boarding area for Smuggler's Run.
Yeah. Am I inside or outside? I just
sleep on the couch in that little lobby area for Smuggler's Run.
I think that would actually be really cool. Just like cool, yeah. Like they close down Smuggler's Run early, and you just get to like hang out in there like that. That would be very cool.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Does it really need to be a land, or could it just be straight up a ride?
Okay.
Pirates of the Caribbean just shut down to sleep, and they would also be kind of cool.
Wait, to like in the ride?
No. But like in like the queue to the ride.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you're like in the middle of like the scene at the end there with like
Oh, that would be really cool.
That would be kind of crazy, right? That would be creepy though, wouldn't it?
I would not. Yeah, I would not be able to do that, like because there's too much like sound and movement and stuff going on.
That would creep me out. Like
and then turning it off would be worse. Yeah. Turn it off.
Both ways, it's creepy. Yeah. Both ways, it's creepy.
Yeah.
Listen, I like the idea of Pandora. Like, I mean, assuming they keep the lights on all night, because like if I could just like poke my head out in the middle of the night and be like, ooh, look at that. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if that's what they did or not. I mean, this is all the way back in 2018. And we were doing the show at that point, and that's why I remembered it, because I remember talking about it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously you still had like a bathroom and stuff like available to you, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you still have to have facilities and stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's where like, I think, having like it limited to a land, like I can't think of in any given land, like there's a bathroom or they have a path to a bathroom somewhere nearby, right?
But how many people again are we talking about in this land?
Let's say you can have not 8
just
of your
you.
closest family members. So you're talking about other just random people, right?
Yeah, like
if they did like
they're not going to do it for 8 people. Yeah, like how many people are they going to do for this experience? Like what was it, 100 people?
100's a lot. I feel like 100. I mean
50.
Yeah, 50 would be good.
50 people a night.
Yeah.
200 points a person.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it
kind
of puts it into like Adventures by Disney kind of.
Yeah. So hold on. So 200 points a person, 50, right? So what is that? 10,000 points.
Yeah.
And then what are we talking? $16 a point ish.
I don't know what's the point. I don't. What are the points?
So the question is, are you keeping the land open for 160 grand? Probably not.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, it's interesting though. What if you just only had it for DVC members, but you actually had to pay cash for it?
And how much is it then?
But then it's like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it would have to be thousands of dollars.
$5,000 a person.
I mean, yeah. I would say, right?
$5,000 a person, right? So what is that?
If you're going to do that, though, you need to leave the park open all night or leave the land open all night.
Well,
you can't for $500,000. No way, man.
Yeah,
you're talking $500,000. It's nothing. You're barely going to get one quick serve open for $500,000.
Yeah, the operational cost for it is like it's crazy how much it would cost just to keep the park open.
I'm gonna say it's got to be $10,000 a person, $1 million.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's doable. That's right. You got one quick serve. You got the lights on. Are the lights on all night anyway while people are cleaning? See, we're kind of hosing the people that clean. Like, what happens? They got to clean around you.
Got to clean around you. Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things like what happened in for the 24-hour stuff is they were open literally for a day straight. And I feel like that, I guess they probably don't do stuff like that much anymore because it does mess up operations, right? Like I can imagine, they could probably, if it's somewhere that they could set it up that it's, fairly low maintenance, that they don't need to, do a lot of cleaning or like you said, they can figure out how to clean around you.
Star Wars Land would be doable. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like it would be easier.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of spots so that like Star Wars Land. I know what you're saying about it has like two entrances and whatnot, but a lot of the lands are actually like that. It's there's like even Pandora is the same way. There's only two entrances in and out.
Pandora would be another good one. I mean, considering that they did it already for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the newer lands or newer stuff that they put in has. You couldn't
do World Showcase either because I feel like you got the water there. It just seems bad.
You have to cut off you would have to cut off basically from like test track going in to World Showcase. Like that's a huge area to cut off. I would say if you're going to do something like that, it's like they could maybe like cut off a pavilion, but then it would be like, I'm thinking of somewhere like Morocco or Italy where like the pavilion goes pretty far back and you could realistically like close off the entrance. The problem is a lot of World Showcase is very just like open and very like multi-directional. Like people can wander in and out of places, right?
The benefit of World Showcase though is it doesn't open till 11 a.m. the next morning, right? So that you could kick people out at like 8 a.m. and they'd still have a couple hours to clean up, I mean, the benefit for Disney anyway, like not for the people. But
I think that while we continue to say land, I almost think it still has to be a ride. I think ride is just so much better, right? You have less people, less money, less, again. So you bring them in food. There's a bathroom in all rides, isn't there?
Not or at least lines always. I mean, there's
at least right outside though.
Yeah, there's usually one right outside.
Yeah. So okay.
I would expand that to, or you could do a pavilion in Epcot because pavilions are kind of set up the same way that there's only one way in or one way out of them.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
So now if we're coming down to just rides, man, Tower of Terror's got to be on that list.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Oh yeah.
That would be
just in the lobby or Would you sleep downstairs or sorry, I say like, in the like boiler room?
Are you asking me would I be scared?
Well, not would you be scared, but like, I don't know if I could stay down there because it's the same problem of like just random noises and stuff. I don't do well with.
I mean, that's just hearing random scared stuff. Though.
No, it's it's a matter of it. Like I need a certain amount of quiet to actually go to sleep. Like if there's something like running in the background, I tend to. Yeah, or I mean, it would have to be. Or I guess that's not fair. I do use white noise stuff to drown out other sounds. So.
You're good. You got white noise headphones on. You're good.
Yeah.
By the way, according go ahead, David.
No, go ahead. What were you saying? According to
the internet, you can rent out Magic Kingdom for 4 hours after the park closes for $180,000. Like because companies will do
currently today.
This article is from 2022, so it's probably a little more than that now. But Yeah.
Still fairly recent. So, okay. But that's for 4 hours.
That's for 4 hours after the park closed.
But everything's open, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and this article also mentions, too, if you were to rent it out for a full day for a private event, which has happened before, corporations have done that, it costs between $2 million and $5 million. So there you go. If you want to know how much that costs.
So overnight, basically divide that number by 3 for an overnight stay.
And that's it being open?
That's with it being like open, yeah.
Okay, well, what's our discussion, though? Is it open or not open?
I mean, I would totally at least want some rides to be open, right? Like, it doesn't need to be completely open, but I would like to have, like, some things open, I would say, you know? Like, maybe if you're just doing a land, it's all the rides in that land are open, you know?
Okay, but then, like, how many people again?
Yeah, that's a tough question, right?
I'm of the opinion that for anything like this, and I know what you're saying, Damon, is, you know, having it exclusive would be amazing, but I feel like if you had 50 people, that like that's the cutoff for me, where the group is not too big that it gets out of control. And I feel like having 50 other people, you get enough people that really want to be there that they're not going to do things to ruin it for the rest of the crowd. Right.
Yeah,
I feel like the larger a crowd gets, the more you kind of get that variance of, you know, somebody in the crowd goes like, oh, I'm going to, like, you know, go out of bounds, or I'm going to, you know, go, you know, wreck something. And not to say, like, you know, DVC people don't, I've never heard of anybody in DVC doing something like that, but it just feels like the more that like when you get, there's a weird crowd thing there, right? Like if it gets too big, it just becomes something you can't control. I feel like 50 is like that cutoff number, that if there's 50 other people, that's like, yeah, there's other people here, but they're not, you know, everyone's kind of minding their own business, and, you know, you all understand why you're there, right?
Yeah.
That's my thought on it.
If I'm just looking at now I'm looking at the Disney Fairy Tale Weddings website, and so you can do like a wedding in the Magic Kingdom for up to 300 people. Now, what if you were doing just like a wedding after hours, and it was 300 people of the people that you would invite to your wedding?
But again, the rides are open during that wedding thing? Kind of like you have exclusive access to those rides, do you?
It does not actually say in here.
I can't imagine you do.
I'm just seeing here. It doesn't seem like it. Well, it says no, taking all the beauty and wonder of Magic Kingdom Park without all the crowds, experience incredible ceremony. It doesn't say that the rides are open, though. So, I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, the way they phrase that is kind of... enjoy Magic Kingdom without the crowds, that like asterisk also no rides. Like
also no rides.
I'm not enjoying Magic Kingdom if that's the case.
But if I'm paying $180,000 for that, I feel like I kind of want to have rides open. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just don't think, like, how are you paying those people to run the rides for that little?
I mean, they don't make that much.
But I mean, I'm saying running of the ride itself.
Yeah. Right, oh no, you mean like the electricity and all that? Yeah, that's a good.
The general rideness of it.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Here's what I'm saying. If you're telling me I got to jump on, or I'm going to go all the routes. You're telling me I got to jump on just a ride. I'm feeling like it's going to be Tower of Terror, Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like those are probably, or the Millennium Falcon, right? Like Smuggler's Run, like those are the what's it called one, the Pandora, the good ride,
Flight of Passage, or
no? The good ride, the river ride.
Okay, right. Okay. I forgot who I was talking to for a moment.
Exactly. I take those would be the ones that I would do if it's a ride. If you're telling me I get a land. Oof, I got to take Star Wars Land. I don't know why I'm going to take Star Wars Land, but I'm going to. And then after that, I'd obviously take the Italian Pavilion.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anywhere in Magic Kingdom I would care about. I just don't think so. In Animal Kingdom, I'm not trying to get, like, tigered, you know what I mean, in the middle of the night, or gorillas.
They all go into their enclosures.
Nah, just no thanks. I'm out on that.
That's actually a good point. I feel like outside of Pandora, anywhere else in Animal Kingdom,
yeah, I'm not getting tigered, dude, or gorilla, or monkeyed, or just skatered, or anything like that, man.
Oh, okay. It's not gonna turn out like a horror movie, but
I don't know the answer to that.
I feel like Animal Kingdom at night again leans to that problem of there is a lot of animals that are nocturnal, and you know, if I'm trying to sleep in one of these areas, it's going to be a lot more noisy than you think. Like lions and stuff, they're up all night.
That's what I'm saying. And the safari now. So okay, so all that's out, and then like if you're telling me I got to just pick a park, straight up just a park. Oh, I don't know. It would be probably Hollywood Studios. But how much would they have to pay you to sleep in the safari?
Like
just straight up
like
in the middle
Kilimanjaro Safari?
Yeah. In a
There's
tent.
no animals out there at night, though. They call them all in.
In a tent.
Yeah,
I'm still not. That. I am not staying out there in a tent.
I'm not either, but I was just curious. Like,
no, they're all put away. By the way,
they have to charge the animatronics.
I thought you meant Kilimanjaro Safari. No.
Well, yeah, but so like I know that they have means of like calling the animals back off the safari, but I don't. Yeah. I don't think they actually do every night. Like I feel like it's.
I don't think every single animal goes into a cage at night. That's just not what I'm thinking.
Some of them might not. By the way, I also did some further Googling here, and I did find another article that's claiming that if you do rent out a land, that you do have to pay anywhere from $3,000 to $17,000 to for a ride. Meaning, so like you can have, you know, Toy Story Mania open, but you have to pay $10,000.
That's
really not. Yeah,
that's not the worst, actually.
Per ride, of course.
Yeah, but okay, even if there was
per ride, like open all night, or per ride,
per the however long the event is. So usually, from what I'm seeing, they're usually about 4 hours. So you're paying for like 4 hours.
What ride am I riding for 4 hours straight? I don't know.
I mean,
what was you ride for 4 hours?
I feel like the only one you could maybe stretch that long is People Mover, but even that's like 4 hours on People Mover is a long time.
Can it really last 4 hours without breaking down?
I mean, it does.
I know. I was kidding. It was just because it breaks down all the time. I don't know what I'd want to ride for 4 hours straight. And if you're going to pay that much money, I feel like you're going to want to keep riding it, right? I mean, I probably do with Big Thunder. I'd ride Big Thunder all night, because I've done it before. I did it when they used to be open till 2 a.m. There was like one time where, you know, we went, and from midnight to 2 a.m. we literally just rode Big Thunder over and over and over and over, which was great. Like, you know, we didn't get tired of it. It's a lot of fun at night, and you know, so yeah. But if I'm going to pay that much money, then yeah, I'm doing that.
So you're camping outside of Big Thunder, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, Frontierland's a pretty cool place to camp, right? I mean,
yeah, I'm not disagreeing. Yeah.
Go camp out on Tom Sawyer Island, and
nope, you're not doing that.
No, I don't want to do that. Actually,
that's not happening anyway, because that's not going to be there.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about currently, I guess, right? So it's still there now.
Fair.
I also have on the internet too. And also, again, listen. I'm just reading this off the internet, and it's someone claiming that they had a pamphlet quoting all these prices. So I don't know if this is true or not. But it said you can also have them do a late night parade for $30,000 and fireworks for $15,000. So,
there's no way. No way you get a parade for $30,000.
To be fair, though, this particular response,
2 floats.
Yeah, this is from over 10 years ago, so it's definitely more expensive than that now. But the fact that it's even an option is crazy. Can you imagine having your own private parade? That'd be nuts.
That would be crazy. Like,
kind of cool though, right?
Like, I keep envisioning like you're going to be in a tent, like no matter where you're staying, you're in a tent, right? And all of a sudden, like you unzip the tent and there's like a parade rolling by in front of you, like.
So
that would be so wild.
I've got the one though here, and this doesn't exist anymore, so it's not possible. But let's go in our Wayback Machine and pretend like it is. Damon, what about camping inside of Universal Energy? And they leave the dinosaurs on all night. You just poke your head out, right?
But he said Guardian, so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
That would be good, though. I would do that.
Yeah, I mean, that ride was really chill with the dinosaurs. There's no, like, really scary ones in that one. Like, you wouldn't want to do it in the dinosaur ride, because that would probably freak you out.
I'm not scared of animatronics. So it's like, at the end of the day.
No, like, you wake up in the middle of the night, and you're just kind of, like, groggy. Like, it may freak you out.
No, for me, it's just noise. Like just hearing, like things moving is just enough that like I would never actually go to sleep properly.
That wouldn't bother me either. It's just I'm not going to real safari. That's all.
Yeah.
Just, you don't want real animals around because they're not controllable, is what you're saying.
Correct.
So I've got one that I think we were talking about having, a place to eat, there's washrooms and rides. I feel like having the land pavilion closed off for an overnight thing would actually be a pretty ideal spot.
That'd be kind of
because you do have, like, you could do either Living with the Land or Soarin', which I know, yes, you're not riding them all night, but it's still like you have them there. There is food in the pavilion and there are washrooms, and it's big enough that, there's lots of places you could camp either on the upper or the lower floor in that pavilion.
That's true. Yeah.
So that would be one that I would go for, because I feel like logistically it would actually be like, I guess we're kind of talking about like a glamping experience. I feel like it would be a decent glamping experience because it kind of ticks all the boxes in my head.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if I'm camping out, it has to be glamping, just generally, even if it's indoors. Like, I'm not, it has to be decent accommodations, I feel like. I mean, given, like I said, when I was a kid, I did the thing at the museum where I slept on the floor of an exhibit in a sleeping bag. But I don't know. Nowadays, I feel like I need a bed of some sort. I mean, I'd be okay with like a cot. I think I'd be okay with that. But yeah, I don't know.
All right. Any other ideas or anything on this? I think it's kind of an interesting thing to talk about. Like I'm glad we talked about this, and the fact that you brought up that you're like, I completely forgot about the Pandora thing, but
yeah.
I hope that Disney and DVC start thinking about this stuff a little bit more. Like, I know we get Moonlight Magic, but I feel like this kind of experience would be like you said, David, not all the time, but like maybe this is like a once every 5 years thing. I think this would be a very interesting thing for them to explore.
Yeah, I mean, it's when they did it at Pandora, it was a contest, right? So it's kind of like when they do the giveaways for staying in Cinderella Castle, like you can't pay for it. It's just like was a thing that they did one time, and I think they only did it the one time. Like, I don't even think that they did it again that I can find anyway. But I just remember that one time when they did it. Maybe somebody can tell me differently, but I like the idea of doing this. I'm sad they don't do the 24-hour things anymore, or even till 2 a.m. They don't even do 2 a.m. anymore. Like that used to be really cool when you could stay to the park till 2 a.m. But it's just not a thing anymore.
Is there really anywhere that's open late anymore? I feel like I guess I don't see this a lot where I live, is that places are not open late, or not like they were before the pandemic, I guess, is like,
yeah,
true.
It feels like places are just not staying open late anymore.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I feel like that was a pandemic casualty, right? I mean, Disney was doing the late night thing until the pandemic, and then it just never came back, right? So
yeah,
one of those things we lost. So all right, well, anything else, guys?
No,
I feel like, by the way, if they did do this would be like influencers galore, right? Because the half of so many of the not half, but like so many of the things on YouTube for there's so many of those people that go to like the abandoned parts of Disney, Yeah, that's what it would have to be, right? It'd have to be no cameras.
Well, and if this is a DVC thing that we're talking about, it almost needs to be like a contest with inside of DVC, so that you don't get people
true,
playing
the angle or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else, guys?
Nope.
All right. Well, this has been the Waitlist. Thanks for joining us.
This is Skipper Albert Awol, the voice of the jungle, signing off from Welcome Home Podcast on the DVC.
Do a huddle when we hit its hair. How she can cuddle is no man's affair. I looked around from pole to pole, found her in a sugar bowl.